Hi, everybody. I'm Willem.
And I'm Tim.
And this is Hear Me Out Pitch. Okay, so first off, welcome to all of our new followers. If you guys decide to keep watching,
Thanks.
I am freaking out. Like, I know that if anyone were to go on right now, it's like we're looking at almost 260 followers on Instagram, which isn't much. And we're at 98 followers on YouTube. And again, I know you guys are probably like, that's not a lot. But for someone who's been doing this for 2 years, and essentially we've just been talking the ears off of a handful of friends and family. So.
We've been in low double digits for the majority of our run, and now we're in triple digits.
Where?
It's freaking us out.
It is. It's here. It is. So for anyone who's here the first time, welcome. Like I said, I'm Willem, and
Tim.
That's Tim.
Hello.
And we just talk about stories. This is a podcast about stories. It started off as changing stories of movies, and it transformed into, well, we know that we can write these stories better, so we'll make our own. We have over 20 original ones, which for episode 100 next week, finally, we are going to do another original story. So Tim, get on that. What do I pay you for? I'm just kidding.
You don't pay me.
I pay him in food every now and then.
True.
So.
And I pay him in
traumatizing, crippling D&D stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say trauma and good stories.
Speaking of trauma, we got to do a big shout out to the character that's gotten us this popular, the commander from Maki Bell. Maki. If I'm saying it wrong, and I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and they have Maki on there, but I feel like when I add the bell, it makes it sound funny. So I'm like, Maki Bell. So I'm just going to call her Maki. So thank you, Maki, for allowing us. And with that, we are doing another one of her characters by request. But actually, first, I have a bone to pick with Tim.
Uh-huh.
So we did that reaction. We see the spider, and I'll put the little spider image, spider commander image. And you said a certain goddess from D&D. What was that name? Lorth?
Lolth. In Dungeons and Dragons, there is a powerful goddess of the Dark Elves, of the Drow, and her name is Lolth, and she is the Spider Queen. And Willem got mad at me because he basically created Lolth in one of our earliest original
in
stories.
August of 2024, I came up with it, and I will find the receipts, and I will put the link right here for the video for the story. Y'all can go listen to it, because that was back before we made videos.
It's a good story.
It is a good story. It's one of my favorites, but I came up with a weird spider goddess, more reminiscent of Shelob, which Lolth is definitely, probably also inspired by her in some way. But
I mean, Lolth is basically, imagine if Shelob
had a human body,
had a human torso, and basically a human top half attached to the head.
That's a boss in Dark Souls, right?
Probably. It's probably a couple.
Anyway, but she has silver hair. My character had silver hair. And I was like, and I'm listening there, and my sister, who, when I was telling her about this experience with the reaction video, who's also a big D&D nerd, she goes, Willem, you just created Lolth. And I'm like, why is this happening? And I looked everything up. I looked up her picture, and I was like, dang it. So mine doesn't turn into a spider, though, with a body of a human. She just turns into a giant spider. So that's a different story.
Yeah. Pray I don't throw Lolth at you guys.
Oh, my gosh. I'm already dealing with, what's the dragon one?
Tiamat?
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah. His
Still have
character
many
has been
questions.
claimed by Tiamat.
Was he really claimed?
Tiamat spoke into your mind and said that
Fine.
she claims you.
Fine. And we have no idea what happened because that was last campaign.
Yep.
And he won't tell me what happened. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe that means we're going to get filler episodes. I don't know. Anyway, we're here to talk about a new character by Maki. And I'm very excited. And I'm going to try my best to like edit it and throw the character up right here. And you know what? Tim has everything written down. I put everything in an email. And I was like, here's all the notes.
He gave me an email.
Look, I work all day and I send emails out and do shipments. I live by emails now. So I'm like, Tim, you're getting this. So again, it's what I pay him for.
I'm glad it was an email, not a text.
I know. Emails are just way more efficient. But this is her character that is a werewolf. And I'm really excited. And really good artwork. And I'll put some of the clips right here, right here, right here. And don't forget that one. That's about it. I'm assuming I did it. Hey, future me, get that done. Anyway.
He didn't do it.
I'm going to do it. I did it. I hope I did it. Did I do it? I don't know. We'll see. Tune in next week. I'm just kidding. All right. I'm going to let Tim do his, but he's better with the summarizing and the talking. So go for it, Tim.
All right. This character is a werewolf monster hunter.
Short and sweet.
By the name, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Armadaya Fox, or Armadaya Fox, or Nox, not Fox, Armadaya Nox, which I think is cool, because Nox is night, and yeah, anyway.
I think for short, she goes by Armea, so.
Okay.
So that's just, I am usually the terrible one with names. This is just interactions with Maki. So I'm like, oh, cute. Okay, I'll have to make sure to make a note of that. So
yeah,
trying to do better here.
We are all familiar with the classic story of the Little Red Riding Hood, who went through the forest to visit her grandmother in her little red cloak, and her grandmother had been eaten and replaced by a wolf, who then attempted to trick Little Red into coming closer and getting eaten herself. And she didn't. And she ran away and found the huntsman, who then came in and killed the wolf and saved Red. That is the most basic summary I can give of that story. Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, I was dying.
You're good. Most of us should be familiar with that story. Armadaya's character is basically a twisted version of that story of the Little Red Riding Hood, where the wolf is not just a wolf, but is a shapeshifter werewolf.
I believe she's put the term skinwalker in the context,
yes,
and I was like, oh gosh.
Akin to a skinwalker.
That's terrifying.
That can mimic prey or take on other more human forms, using those abilities.
Can I say really quick, I'm just imagining this twisted tail, and the eyes are just a little bit like Uncanny Valley effect with the grandma, and opens, like, this would be a little scarier. And I imagine Armea opens the door and she just sees this figure bundled up in the grandma's attire in bed, but the face, like, you know what I mean, like when artists you guys freak me out when you draw ew the uncanny stuff. And you all can imagine it. Like, there's no light. The corner of the room is completely dark, and the bed is in complete shadow, and you just see these creepy eyes and a hunched over weird grandma. And that's all I'm imagining. As she gets closer, she's like, "Grandma, what big eyes you have?" And the voice is trying to mimic. The better to see you, and it gets softer, the better to see you with, and you're like, oh gosh. And yeah, anyway, sorry.
Almost like a voice tuner.
Yeah, and it's like trying to get at what big claws you have, and the claws are retracting, the better to hold you with. And the hands come out, and then she started, ew, 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 ew. Anyway, sorry. Ooh.
So, Armadaya basically visits Grandma. Grandma's dead.
She gone.
And the wolf is in Grandma's place.
Not the grandma.
Not the mom. If you know, you know.
Not the grandma.
Anyway, the story goes that Armadaya visits Grandma. It's actually the wolf, and the huntsman is a little too late and shows up after Armadaya screams, and the wolf has bitten Armadaya, cursing her with lycanthropy, turning her into a werewolf. And so she's going to struggle for an eternity with that.
You and your traumatized characters.
Yep. Maki wrote to us that the huntsman was able to knock out one of the wolf's fangs, which Armadaya fashioned into a short sword. And the huntsman, his axe, which I'm assuming is silver, because silver is one of the only things that can affect a werewolf and actually damage a werewolf non-magically. This axe was reforged into another sword and given to Armadaya. And in one of the art things that was sent, it shows that she is dual wielding. There's also a gun in this picture, which I think is awesome.
She did request that we go from, her just living out throughout the years and how would she adapt and change.
From swords and armor to guns and artillery.
I like it.
I love it.
I really would imagine if there was a first scene of this, if this was a movie or show, we have to start modern day, and it would be a vampire or something, some monster, typical, like all these, like, it's like a college campus, all these young people are partying and they kind of get like, they're dancing, like kind of like the Blade movie, if you know of that scene where they go.
I know of
of the scene. And I've never seen Blade either, but we all know of the scene, especially if you know vampires and stuff. But I just imagine like they're about to fight in them, like it's a monster of some kind, and all of a sudden, and you just see something hit them, and they go silver, and then boom, like just knocks them out completely. From my recollection, silver doesn't affect vampires, does it?
Yes.
Oh, it does.
Sorry, I got to go off on a little side tangent about vampires. Vampires are affected by silver.
We have done an episode.
That is why mirrors do not show the reflection.
Oh, that's right.
Because it's silvered mirrors specifically. Silvered mirrors.
But what if it's just a regular
regular mirror should be able to show the reflection because it's not silver.
So can a cell phone take a picture of a vampire?
I would guess not, because electronics all use silver. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know the mechanics.
The tech behind a camera specifically, but there were old cameras that used like almost like a silver phosphorus kind of thing to paint the picture that was taken.
I feel like a digital.
I'm probably butchering how that works, but point being, it uses silver. I don't know how cell phones work with that. I don't know if the electricity between that is transferred from the image to the screen
because just
actually
pixels.
uses the silver. I don't know. I would assume that it does, because like I said, there's an okay amount of silver in all electronics. The silver is a very, very useful metal in that regard.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point being, silver does affect vampires.
Okay.
And
but I imagine she's just sitting there on a building and she's got some pimped out sniper rifle, and that's just the beginning of the episode.
Here's kind of what I was thinking. Because silver's not super difficult to come by. It's just expensive, right? And if you've lived as long as this, by the way, Maki has said that Armadaya basically has immortality now because of the lycanthropy, which I think is cool, because that gives us room to play with ancient werewolves that are older than her.
And how would she handle? So my question is, when she is handling the bullets and the metal, is she like wearing special gloves to handle everything? Can a werewolf and a vampire touch metal? Like, what are we putting down as the
That's what basics? We need to decide, because here's the thing. In a lot of different mythologies, right, silver either has to pierce the skin, and it gets into the bloodstream, and that's what kills them. Alternatively, there is just touching it, kind of like fairies and steel in a lot of the older classic medieval stories and fairy tales, right? Maleficent is a good example of that, where if Maleficent touches steel or iron, then it burns. Fantastic movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, it is one of my favorites. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's worth it. Anyway, but the alternative, like I said, is we can have it be that the silver just has to pierce them. And one way we could do it, just to be a little bit different, is kind of have it be more of a again, going back to kind of how a vampire works. In some of the traditional stories, not all of them, but this is how they function in Dungeons and Dragons, at least, as well as some of the older stories that I've read. If a vampire is staked in the heart, it doesn't kill them; it immobilizes them,
and then they would get rid of the head.
Mm-hmm. And then they can be destroyed with running water or silver or with sunlight. Mm-hmm. But when they're staked in the heart, they're immobilized. They are rendered not mortal, but as close to mortal as they can get, without just dying. So what we could do is something similar, where if our lycanthropes, if our werewolves are hit with silver, maybe it strips a little bit of that immunity away, as almost like antibodies, right? Like when you get sick, right? Your body fights super hard to fight the infection, but then your body is left in a weakened state, making it much easier for you to get sick.
So
again.
Are they dying of a staph infection, basically?
Kind of. I'm imagining it's more like they're hit with the silver, and the silver, their immune system, so to speak, their magical immune system is fighting against the purity of the silver, because a werewolf is impure, right? So the silver and the werewolf, they're the purity versus impurity kind of thing. And that would render a lot of the werewolf's other magical protections inert, because it's focusing on that silver. Otherwise, it would just die from silver poisoning.
Have you ever seen, I'll have to find it, and I might be wrong, it's been forever. You know what? I'm going to look it up real quick. I try not to, because I don't want to mess it up. Mm-hmm. It is called Okay, I think. Yep. Okay, it is called The Monster Squad. It's from 1987. It was one of my mom's like favorite movies when she was getting ready to go to college and stuff, or it might have been high school actually. No, whatever. Yeah, she was in high school. Anyway, it has Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, and he plays the Wolfman. It's about a bunch of 12-year-olds, and they're undercovering like all of these monsters. Has a wonderful scene of just how a Wolfman is presented. And he's like, because there's a scene where, and I just want to call him Uncle Rico. I don't remember his name in the movie, but it's just Uncle Rico. He's got long, ratty hair, and he's desperate. He's in the police station, and he's sitting there, and he's like, I need help. You got to help me. Like, what's wrong? Me, I'm the issue. I need to get locked up tonight. Why? It's a full moon tonight. And they're like, you're insane, pal. Let's get you out of here. And he like looks up and the full moon's coming, and he starts throwing officers, and he like puts the gun in the air and he shoots a gun in the officer building, like in the police precinct. He goes, lock me up. And they shoot him. And they thought it was, death by cop, and they have him, and they have his body in the morgue, but a full moon hits him. He's not dead. It wasn't silver bullets. Anyway, it was one of the best interpretations of when you actually shoot him with the silver bullets. He corners them. They finally get the silver bullets, and the kids shoot him. They miss. Shoot him. They get him in the shoulder. They shoot him in the heart, and he falls down. And it does exactly what you said to him. It just kind of sheds it away for a second, and he looks at the kids. He's crying, and he goes, "Thank you," and he dies. And you're like, "Oh, it's terrible." The point is, I definitely think that the idea of that she has to get him in the heart, or I guess the head, would the head do the same trick? I can't imagine why it wouldn't.
Probably. I mean, a headshot's going to be, that's brain damage.
If you obliterate half the head off.
The brain is not there.
If there is no head.
Yeah.
Why head no? But I imagine they're just very resilient, so I think a scene would be terrifying with a regular officer shooting like a lichen,
just a standard,
and like Wolverine type scene. It just hits him, and you see the grays, you see the skull, and everything just heals back up, and he looks over at them, and you're like, oh!
I found a resource that has explained to me. If you saw me looking down at my phone while Willem was talking, I was listening.
No, he wasn't.
I was listening.
He was not.
I was also reading.
He was not everybody. He
Atlas
was ignoring
Mythica Atlas Mythica is a good resource for explaining like mythologies and different, stuff like this about werewolves and things. And so I discovered that the werewolf's weakness and hatred towards silver, as being one of the most well-known features of a werewolf, right? I'm gonna ask you, how far back do you think that goes?
With silver?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say that it probably came from the old countries of like the European descendants, because there was a lot of people working in the fields, and if I remember correctly, they would like have hazy visions working in the fields. They'd see stuff, and there was wolves attacking their flocks.
So why silver?
Why silver? Though?
Silver. That's what I want to know. How far back do you think the silver weakness goes back?
I honestly want to say, because I don't think it would be that far with those peasants in those days. I would say 14 to 1500s. Is it much older?
It is much newer. It's less than 100 years old.
Oh, is it just straight up from movies?
Yeah, it's from the 1941 Wolfman.
Oh, wow. Okay. That makes sense, because we didn't really have bullets.
No. Well, it was bullets, arrows, stakes, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Wow. Well, I feel.
But yeah, apparently that's what really solidified it, which makes they were fairly lucky with that, as well as they actually used some relevant, relatively accurate lore for silver. So I've got 8 main points that I'll go over real quick. So werewolves can only be killed with silver weapons or bullets. It's not entirely true. You can behead them. Werewolves heal incredibly quickly. Right? Like you said, it would be awesome if we saw a scene where the werewolf is shot in the face and he turns back and you just see it kind of knit back together super quick.
His grin is very canine, so you see all the nasty teeth.
Transformation only takes place on nights with the full moon. These are the 4, like, this is how werewolves are. This is just the things, these are the popular tropes that the Wolfman film established as law, basically. A person bitten by a werewolf is doomed to become a werewolf. And then while transformed, a werewolf typically looks like a humanoid wolf. Up until the movie, transformed werewolves were thought to look like wolves. Which the Twilight movies show that. They don't... As much flack as the Twilight movies get, I do like that they kind
believe it or not, guys,
reverted back to...
is Team Edward.
I'm neither.
I am Team Alice, so yeah.
Anyway, as far as silver goes, silver has real chemical properties. In real life, IRL, it has real chemical properties that are antimicrobial. It has healing properties, not magical, but like scientific. They are antimicrobial.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
No. I don't. No.
My brain says no.
No. A lot of mythologies put silver as a divine material with protective powers. That is older than the Wolfman movies.
Okay.
Wolfman movie. Silver being a divine metal is ancient.
Very ancient.
Silver is a magical element that can destroy magic. Again, that is something that people have believed for a really long time.
That's why metal cages were made to hold witches. Well, not just metal cages, but they would put the witches in metal cages. And for anyone who's watching right now or listening going, oh my gosh, this is like a big history lesson. Yeah, we want to do, this is called what we like to do, world building. And it helps us at least.
I want Willem and I to both be on the same page when we start getting into the story.
And this really does help me at least come up with ideas of what I want to see. It helps remind me of things I want to add. Like I have Anyway, just this is how we roll. So hopefully you all don't hate us for it. So
the last point about silver is that when it came to the Wolfman movie, it was a very convenient yet very, I guess, relatively accurate plot device. It's they used silver because it was present, and it, like I said, it has that kind of magical sense about it.
Something about seeing an object made out of pure silver. Just something about it. Have you ever held a candelabra made out of pure silver?
No, but I have a little toy car about that big made out of pure silver.
Don't any of you also own a bunch of swords?
I do have swords. They're steel. They're not silver.
Okay. I don't mean to go off on this. What's the difference between steel? No, you know what? That's a question for off there, because I've always been like, what's the difference? But that's whatever anyone out here who
between
works in
steel and iron.
Steel and
Steel is an alloy. It's not pure iron. Iron is the element.
Oh, it's the stuff to make it because they want it to make cheaper, not cheaper. Yeah, kind of like cheaper.
Cheaper and stronger. And more rust resistant, more oxidization resistant.
Tim has a lot of swords.
I do. I also really like this kind of stuff. This is what I do. Anyway, I was going to say something a little insensitive, but I'm not going to. I'll tell you later.
I know exactly, because I was thinking it too.
Anyway, most steel nowadays is an alloy between iron and carbon. And when the steel factories came out, they would pump carbon
Copies.
rich air into the iron, into the molten iron, and that would through a longer process that would help create steel, which is a stronger, more rust resistant material. It is still a lot of iron, which is why steel is one of those things that is often attributed to being able to kill the Fae, steel and iron.
So if you take a pretty big sword and you slash it against a werewolf, and if it's not pure silver, you're saying it ain't gonna cut through at all? Is it just gonna break?
It might cut. It might.
But it's not gonna do anything vital.
That's one of the things that it depends on the mythology that you're pulling from. Because there are mythologies where a werewolf could be killed if beheaded. A werewolf could be killed if burned at the stake, like a witch. A werewolf could be killed if drowned, stuff like that. But typically just a gut wound with a sword isn't going to do it, because they heal too quickly.
So for us, for what we're going to go with here, we need pure silver. Is the pure silver going to burn unless it penetrates? Because you didn't watch Sinners.
No.
Because there's a part at the end of Sinners where, the head vampire Remick holds Sammy, our main protagonist, and he has his father's guitar, not his father's guitar.
Guitar or Qatar?
Guitar. Sorry.
Guitar, like instrument.
Yeah, an instrument.
Okay.
It was an instrument, and kind of looked like a banjo, but it had had silver. It just had this pure silver disc in it, and he swings it, and it just lodges into his head, and it starts burning the vampire. And I was like, oh, it's silver. So okay. I don't know. I kind of think that it has to be pure, because I think it would be funny if she had, because in the pictures that Maki sent us, she wears a cross, and it would be funny because if we do have the rule that if they touch silver, it burns a little bit. If this character kind of has a permanent cross scar from her
burned into her collarbone,
from her necklace. So
okay,
I can't remember what that word's for. What that's
crucifix.
Thank you. I'm sitting there I don't want to call it just a cross. Thank you.
Yeah, that could be kind of cool. I like that.
Also, I am so sorry. This is a thought I had. One thing I want to involve in this, because it's probably one of my favorite werewolf tropes I ever saw. It's from the movie Werewolf in London. That's what the song is based off of. Have you ever heard that song? It was written for this movie.
Okay.
And the thing is, when the man is turned into the vampire, werewolf. Gosh darn it, I'm going to do that a lot today. I'm so sorry. When he gets turned into the werewolf, what happens is, until the werewolf dies, whenever they sleep, everyone they've killed, they can see them.
Interesting. I kind of like that.
That's if it's a human. I wouldn't imagine it would be another werewolf. But if they ever kill innocents, if they ever kill people in the frenzy, they visit them. So my thing is, I want her to kill the huntsman. Because she was kind of hoping that we have him train her. In one of the instances, she loses control, kills him on accident. She's going to wake up the next morning. It's going to be terrible, but he's going to still mentor her by following her.
Oh, I like that.
So he will be he'll be like a ghost Yoda, but
okay,
it will be hard if she kills anyone else. So we could make it that she's killed very rarely, or it's people who deserved it. But again, just a monster. I don't think that monsters would fall in this route, because again, I think it would be hilarious for like the vampires to be sitting there going, "You suck," but I just imagine they're already undead, and so when they've passed on, they passed on. But humans will become connected. Anyone who is not undead or cursed in any way, they would be. So the poor huntsman,
a little bit soulbound.
Yeah, they'll be soulbound to her.
I like that.
So
I like that.
She would constantly. So it would be funny if we're introducing her at the beginning. So the rifle goes off, shoots it, and you just see this gruff man, and he's missing an arm for some reason, and he's like, "You were a little bit off."
I think Maki wrote that he is missing his legs.
Oh, that's better.
Hold on, let me find the thing.
Well, if Maki will permit it, I think him missing an arm because he's a woodsman, I think him missing an arm would also be of the same effect. So
he gets crippled during the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to say loses like his forearm to the bite.
I like the arm. When I read crippled, I all I saw was Lieutenant Dan.
Wow.
In my head, all I saw was Lieutenant Dan.
Huntsman, you got your legs back.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry.
Huntsman, ice cream.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I do like the arm. I do feel like that kind of fits. I will say a lot of accidents with an axe.
I need you to go.
Sorry. A lot of accidents that happen when you're using an axe are on your legs and feet, but that's usually self-inflicted injury because you're being stupid and not using the axe correctly. But
it's a huntsman.
But he's a huntsman. He would know. Yeah. I think the arm would make sense. Maybe here's what we could do. The fight between the wolf and the huntsman and I was about to say red Armadaya would come down to
on my phone too, by the way. So everyone's like, "Why are they looking at his phone?"
I'm imagining this fight. It would basically be Armadaya shows up, she screams, she's bit maybe on the arm, she kind of recoils, and the wolf is like, "Ha, I got you." Yeah. Yeah, haha, you found me, kind of thing. Where he's basically kind of gloating a little bit, like, I got you. Now you've got what I've got. And she screams, the huntsman comes in to protect her. He gets bit on the arm, which, as we've said before, getting bit by a werewolf turns you into a lycanthrope. To prevent him from becoming a lycanthrope, I think he amputates immediately. Like he understands instantly. He cuts his arm off, and maybe that's where Maki emailed, or in this email of messages between Maki and Willem, Maki said that maybe that's where the fang comes from. And I like the idea that it's huge. Like short sword is typically anywhere between like 10 inches and 2 feet for the blade. And I kind of like that, where it'd be more like the maybe a foot long for the blade, maybe a little bit longer, but like that's huge. That's massive. Like imagine the mouth that those fangs come from.
Well, again, it's something more than just a lichen. It's something skin. But I like imagine the transformation, like almost like Pennywise.
Here's kind of what I'm imagining. Remus Lupin in Harry Potter in the third one. In book 3.
Yeah.
In the movie, he extends and he grows and tears his shirt and everything and just grows to huge size. I'm imagining these werewolves are bigger. Maybe this one in particular is bigger. Maybe he's a little bit more pureblood werewolf. Maybe he's a reverse werewolf where he's generally in his wolf form, and during a full moon he becomes.
Well, think about it. Maybe think about it this
I'm kidding
way.
about that.
It's a wereman. Poor wolf gets turned into a business suit man going, oh, dang it, I'm late for my meeting.
Oh no, my 9 to 5.
Oh, my 9 to 5. Oh no.
It's just Doug from Up.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm imagining, like, here's the scene I'm thinking of in my head. We have Armadaya. I want to make sure I'm getting that right. I've been trying to find it because she sent a nickname for it, and I was like, oh, I loved it. Because Maki was Amaya, not Armaya. Amaya. That's the shortened name.
Okay.
So again, I'm terrible at names, Maki. Please forgive me. I know she's probably going, I'm gonna strangle you. And I'm like, I get it. I'm sorry. But I'm imagining that Amaya is, bursts out of the house, this creepy thing. Like, the grandma is sitting there, and now that the facade is up, she knows there's something wrong. She's finally showing that she is scared. Like, maybe she was frozen in terror, but now this thing is like, all right, I'm done playing the games. It starts elongating, getting creepy. It is terrifying. Like, I'm talking like, I don't want to think about it too hard because I'll freak out because I'm thinking of it really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And it bursts out of the house to follow her. It is strong. It's like breaking the cottage door, and it's trampling. Arms are getting longer. And, it said, your grandma always, because, as it ate her, it like got her memories, always told you to watch out for things that go bump in the night, especially wolves. And then it like starts changing into a wolf just to kind of scare her even more, because it just really wants her to be scared because, things always taste better when they're scared. Mm-hmm. And that would be like its final fight, the twisted, elongated Wolfman thing. And for craps and giggles, we can make this happening on the night of a full moon. So that way it all ties in together. So she's not really just a werewolf. But all the other people... No, you know what? I think that's dumb. Because why would she be hunting other werewolves if she's not really a werewolf? I don't know. I just imagine it really creepy. Mm-hmm. Maybe the werewolves in this world change differently. Maybe they can change into their bigger full form on the nights of the full moon. They're more like a skinwalker type thing in this world.
It could be because I'm drawing off of Dungeons and Dragons again.
Waterbenders.
Yeah. I'm drawing off of Dungeons and Dragons again because that's my thing.
It is his thing.
In Dungeons and Dragons, if you are cursed with lycanthropy, you can turn into your lycanthrope at any point. It doesn't have to be a full moon. You rampage
the night of
a full moon.
Okay.
But it is according to, and here's just a funny tidbit about that rampage. It is according to the basic alignment of that type of creature. So is it a were tiger? Maybe it's a werebear. I think it's a werebear.
Werebear
is lawful good. So imagine it's just how did this orphanage get built in overnight?
Oh bother. Oh bother.
Oh man.
I wish I could talk like him right now. I can't. Oh bother. Those orphans don't have it.
Oh
I really need some honey.
That's funny.
Oh, anyway. Transforming, the yellow comes, the red shirt. Oh bother. I wish I could do a better Winnie the Pooh voice. I'm sorry.
I think it's good. Anyway, I think it'd be kind of cool if maybe during a full moon, it's more or less if the werewolf embraces the change, because maybe they could fight the change or embrace the change, and if they fight the change, maybe they have a chance. It's if their will is strong enough, they are able to fight off the bloodlust, and they're able to just kind of hide away until they transform back into their human form.
Right.
But if they embrace it, it's more akin to maybe a dire form of their werewolf form, right?
Like a big dire wolf?
Yeah. So difference between a wolf and a dire wolf is primarily just the size. Like they are huge. Same with a dire bear, a dire tiger, a dire lion, whatever. If it is a dire creature,
it's in dire need to get new
huge. But I'm imagining like maybe in the nights of a full moon, if they embrace it, they become huge, and maybe that's where that fang comes from.
And it was so big,
like just a dire form. Like it is maybe 10 feet tall.
I think I thought of a way to clear up everything, so it's not a skinwalker.
Mm-hmm.
And Maki, forgive me for this one. So we want a twisted version. I still think this will work. Imagine we have Armaya being told by her parents, sweet daughter, we need you to go check on your grandmother. And this is back in some days, and go check on your grandmother. It's been a couple hard weeks. Like this is the start. This could be like in a flashback. Go check on your grandmother. It's been a rough couple of weeks after she was attacked. So go check on her. I know that she hasn't been feeling well, but please hurry. It's night, and we know that on full moons, it's not a good thing. And so that would still, I think that scene of her still transforming and fighting it would be a terrifying scene. Like, I still think she would like open the door and grandma does not look good, because it is. And then I think that would work a lot more for yours take too, because the first transformation is the worst one.
Because grandma doesn't know how to fight it.
And doesn't know. And it's transform, and it is just full monstrosity. So grandma was attacked off screen. We have no idea. She's visiting grandma to make sure she's better, because she's a good granddaughter.
Grandma is a werewolf.
Grandma is transforming this night, and grandma is going to get put down by the huntsman. But before she cuts into him, he knows what's going on because he's a monster hunter himself. He's a huntsman. Cuts off his arm to do it. Finishes her off with the axe. The axe gets broken. And I think that would be a way to go. I don't know I don't know if we now want to have, like, she's hunting down the werewolf that did this to her and her family. Because we could say,
or maybe she's hunting down werewolves that have accepted the transformation. Because the reports will be, the tracks were bigger than usual, or the thing was 12 feet tall, and it's...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought of a scene of her going throughout the years, and there's just one scene where this is gonna happen off screen, and we're just gonna find her, and there's a little child in some cave, like crying, and like they're, I'm sorry, trauma, I guess I love that sort of thing, but and that would be a scene where where the huntsman would be like, so either you end the poor girl, or you try to train her now, but the poor girl just did that to her parents. And we see, and like the Tarzan scene, we see the parents are in the corner, and I think that, and then we just see her walking away from this little cottage in like the 1800s in some part of the world, and she's just kind of crying, and you're like, oh, so why would Maki not be transforming, or does she just know how to fight it very well?
Well, Maki is the artist, so I would hope
not Maki. So
if you
Lucky,
are, let us know.
how do you fight
That's
the
kind of cool.
How do you fight the full moon? Like, I just gotta know when, like, every month, like, you fight the full moon. Oh my gosh, that just turned into a joke. Oh, no. I really would like anyone that goes through stuff during the month to not come after me.
What's funny is my wife just made a joke about that today. And it got me pretty good. I'm not sharing the joke, but it was
That's funny.
Anyway.
Sorry, Armaya. No, Amaya. Amaya. Are we getting it right? Are we struggling here? Why are we like this?
There's a reason I've just been going with Armadaya, because that's the full name.
Sounds like armadillo. Sorry. Don't mind me.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's how I think it would help clear. Yay. Yeah. Let me say Armaya. I don't know. Oh my gosh. No, I want this right.
I think it was Amaya.
Amaya. I know you probably want to kill me. Yeah, Armadaya. Armadaya is her full name, and then Amaya is the shortened name. Okay, I'm sorry. So Amaya, why would Amaya be the one? What does she do? Does she have to lock herself up every full moon? Does she fight it? Because we hinted that she wants to. I've hinted that I want her to have killed the huntsman. I don't want it to be the first full moon, but I want it to be sometime during the training. It's just maybe a heated argument and they don't realize it falls on a full moon, just one of those days. I don't know. Or maybe they get attacked by something else. Ooh.
It could just be that on the night of a full moon, maybe the huntsman is trying his best to train Amaya to control it. To when the full moon happens, she controls the bloodlust and is able to think as herself, and just, be herself, kind of training to hold it back. And so maybe for the first, I don't know, 2 centuries, every full moon, she's locked up, maybe with silver cuffs chained to the wall, trying to control it. And it gets to the point where now in modern times, it's been a few centuries, and she's mastered it enough that she doesn't have to go into hiding. She just has to keep it cool, because if she loses concentration, she might rampage.
You get enough skill that you don't really have to.
And maybe that could be something that's hinted at, where maybe one of the knights, a few decades back, she's mastered the ability to hold back the beast and think as herself in her were form. But then they're attacked by another wolf, and she loses concentration and goes berserk, and that's when she kills the huntsman.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
And then that's when he shows up, kind of as
the apparition,
as Spirit Yoda.
What? It just
on the eyelids.
It works. It works.
Every time she closes her eyes, she sees the people she's killed, not the wolves, not the vampires, not the monsters she's killed, but the people.
Yeah, I think it works, and I think that she's done a good job.
I'm thinking
I don't want
probably
it to be a lie.
Less than a dozen.
I definitely do want. I'm kind of thinking we have. I don't want it to be like this is the Lycan who got her grandma, but I definitely want it to be, we heard there was someone out here. We heard there was a new one. We heard of the huntsman that has been hunting our kind, and we believe we've heard of that one of us was hunting us as well. You, little sister, do not belong in this. Join us. And that sort of thing. I feel like that would be like, there's just this old, like, and I really like the idea in Van Helsing that Michael and Adam were the first werewolf and the first vampire. Really weird, but I was like, I like it. So I would think that there's just this old, like getting like old. Like he walks in the room and you're like, oh, it's really creepy. And I think that he could be the fun. I don't mind a character, especially a character that's immortal. What would they be hunting for? A person far older and more sinister than them. Like I kind of want to give her a white whale to hunt down. I feel like it's a good, especially
I do like that.
especially if she's a monster hunter. I can imagine that she is smacking all of them around. Like this character and a bunch of goons are smacking her and the huntsman around, and he's like, let it out, fight it, don't fight it, like just fight, let's see it. You want to do something, you want to stop us, fine. And we'll get her point of view when everything starts shifting, and we'll see her fling one, and that's the guy, the main one. He gets flung back and it's all kind of fuzzy. Like imagining her point of view, everything's fuzzy.
I'm imagining everything goes red.
Yes.
And she can't,
red with
she doesn't
silhouettes.
see details. Yeah.
Red and black silhouettes. Flings one across, stabs another one, and goes and grabs another one, finishes him off, and they're fighting, and then as things are starting to focus and she's trying to control it, and I would imagine that while this camera angle is going, we hear a voice kind of muffled, and then it's like, come back, come back, come back, and it's her own voice going, come back, and then she and she's in the form and she's slowly getting her humanity back. She's still going to look like a werewolf, but more
smaller,
humanoid. Yeah, and she's
humanoid.
like calming down, and we'll see the big old honcho werewolf in the doorway sitting there, and he is huge now. And he goes, another time then. I think you have something to deal with. And he just leaves, and we hear a howl, and she looks over, and he's got a big old claw mark, and you're like, oh. So she saved him, but so something like that. I think I would have it that someone was holding, like I would imagine a wolf had his neck, like had their jaws around his neck, and they were threatening anyway. And while she went to attack him, she went to grab,
but speared him instead.
Speared him through.
Yeah, I like it.
So I think that gives us
a little brutal, but
a little brutal. It's a werewolf story. I'm sorry, I can't imagine. Like vampires, you can kind of get away with them not being so brutal, but they are. But werewolves,
you can't. They are
werewolves to me. It's just brutal. It's a brutal cult.
They're among the most animalistic monsters in our mythologies. Like they are werewolves. They are, yeah.
I did not think we'd be talking about werewolves, and it's not close to Halloween. We talked about vampires. It feels a little spooky.
It's middle of January. But
it's January. And I'm like, oh.
Here's how we can make it fit. My dad's birthday is tomorrow. His favorite holiday is Halloween.
Okay.
That's how we fit.
That's how it fits. Also not because, Maki asked us to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's...
And we got really excited because we're like,
we did get very excited.
People want us to talk about stories. So I think...
Yes.
Ooh, so we've done a lot of. I know that you guys are probably like, "Holy crap, guys! Holy in the world
this has been a long episode.
It has. We just hit an hour, so I think for the most part, we've given Maki. I love the beginning we've given her.
I have one last thing I want to mention.
No, of course,
and it's the gun. In that one picture, there is a super wicked looking gun, hand cannon pistol. I want it to be a hand cannon. Okay. And there is a difference between a pistol and a hand cannon. Hand cannon is huge.
Well, could it be a hand cannon? Okay. The first hand cannon was made from the handle of the huntsman's axe.
I like it. Yes. Yes. I like that. And then I think the bullets could just be like silver bullets, and maybe she has like a couple different kinds. Like she's got a few that are like these ones are silver plated, and so they won't kill, but they will immobilize and they will deal damage and they will slow a werewolf down.
I imagine the final fight though, because it's modern day.
Yeah.
She's got all her stuff, but I imagine she finally has got him. She knows where he's at. She's been trailing him for centuries.
It's the Pope.
Okay, Assassin's Creed.
Oh gosh. I know. Well, that's what came to my mind.
Yeah.
It was Assassin's Creed.
But I imagine that she like opens up a safe and she goes in, and I imagine he's in the corner. The huntsman's in the corner going, "You gonna grab her?" And he's like, "Yeah." And it's named after his axe that he had way back in the day. And she pulls it out, and that would be one of the big.
What if the gun?
Fights.
What if the gun's name was the grandma's name?
Oh, the modern day gun.
Yeah.
So do we want to have it that she kills her parents, or?
I think we can leave that up.
I think we
to
can leave
Maki.
it. Yep. I think we can leave that up.
It's your character.
It's your character. We haven't done.
We're just having some fun.
I know we haven't done too much with the story, and it was a lot of us ranting about stuff. And I'm so sorry.
And I'm sorry, guys, that I had to explain everything about everything.
Silver.
This is just how I work. This is how I world build and create stories, because I have to know.
Because we really did have to know. It's
details.
like, can she touch the metal? Do we have to take it out completely? And did that lead into a couple of tangents? It did. But for the most part, I think I would just want the story to start with watching her take out a few in modern day, and then we get this long bit of backstory leading up to back to the modern day, and that would be.
I think we could see some flashbacks, maybe like a time lapse where we see different eras. Like maybe she's wearing silvered armor with like gauntlets that have silver spikes. And she's beating the crap out of one. She's got a bow with silvered arrows, maybe a crossbow at a later date with silvered bolts, and maybe even like she's hunting in the jungles and she just has like a blowgun with silver darts.
She's going across the world. She's in Japan with a bunch of samurai. You're like, what?
Japan. She's got a silvered katana.
Just cool. All these things leading up to the modern day. I would maybe lead it up to Maki for that, but yeah. I think one thing though, I thought of one scene, and I know we kind of made a period joke because there's PMS jokes are not funny, period. But. Sorry. But I will say that I just imagine there's a picture that Maki showed. I'll try to put it like right here of we see her kind of like mid-transformation snarling at someone. And in my head, I'm just thinking of Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibes, where all these men would try to hit on Buffy and she would just look at them and give a vibe. I just imagine, and I'll have to show you the artwork after, but she has a motorcycle. Imagine she's leaving a bar, it's getting to sundown, and this guy was like flirting with her at the thing, like hitting on her, and she's like, I gotta go, and because the sun's getting down, the moon's coming up, and she's like, I'm leaving, thank you so much for it, but I'm really not that interested, whatever, bye. And she's leaving, she's getting the helmet on, and he's like, wait, and she like grabs her, and she's like, you're gonna lose that hand, and she like, and kind of flings him off, and she's like, oh, is it somebody's time of the month, and turns on him and like lets it out a little bit, yes, and then puts the helmet on and drives off. I would just want a scene like that, like, and then we see the full moon coming up as she's driving away, and it's just like, ooh. So
I like it.
It just gives, again, that's just me, my love for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, just some vibe. I feel like that is something that would fit, but if that's just me being a dude, fine. If that is poorly written, I get it, but that is something that I would think my little sisters would love.
I think it's funny.
But I think for the most part, I don't know how her character's story would end, but I don't want to write an ending for this character. I just want to give her a goal.
Kind of like The Last Witch Hunter.
Yeah.
Like we've got our climactic battle with the big bad wolf, and I don't really care to.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. The grandma might have been bit by something, but her end goal is the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I think this character is awesome, and I'm sorry that we went a little crazy with it, but I hope that we gave some fun ideas. I definitely like this scene with the grandma transforming in the bed, or at least some eldritch horror in the bed. I just, oh.
Yeah, I like it. I think, well, and this character this character's a little bit tragic. I think it'd be kind of fun if, we added some more tragedy.
Yeah, because why not pepper that in? No, but for the most part, Maki had most of this character's ideas out, and it was very nice just to go, what about this? What about this scene? It's a really fun scene. We did go off on a few random moments of our favorite, like, Wolfman transformations, but I still think I think if I were to take one thing, is that I would really want her to have the huntsman be her Yoda guardian. And it would stink, because I would think that there would be a moment where someone innocent dies by her hand. And then she needs to decide. Because the thing is, those souls don't get rest until the werewolf dies. That's the thing. Yeah. Huntsman accepts that because he gets to work through her. But if anyone else is stuck with her, that is something that's even worse. So, well, maybe that's adding a little more tragedy onto this character, but I think it's right up her alley, especially with whatever's going on with the commander. But yeah, for the most part, I think I'm happy with this episode. I don't know if there's any other scene. The only thing I would want to see is Maki mentioned to me that she kind of has tendencies like a wolf or a dog sometimes, and there will be a point where she's like maybe talking with a friend that she's made in this most recent outing, and they're out and they're like, just relax and just make yourself at home, and she sits like a dog, knees up, hands down, like a dog, and she goes, oh wait, like calms, like just for a split second. And I just think that would be funny.
I agree. I think that would be hilarious.
Or she's eating wings with people and she's like, fantastic Mr. Fox style. Just, and they're like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm fine. I need to calm down.
Sorry, I was hungry.
I was hungry.
Haven't eaten a day. Haven't eaten all day.
The dog thing,
Yes.
Licked Scooby-Doo tongue, licked face. No, I think that this is fun, and I think that if we were permitted to talk more, I would. And sorry for going off on tangents, Maki, and I hope that these are just fun little notes you had, but we love talking about characters. For any other artist out there, we love to talk about this sort of stuff. We do have our own, but by all means, and even not artists, if you guys have a sentence, a prompt, a character idea, give it to us. We'll love to talk about it, because we just want to show that it's fun to talk about stories, and we don't need to just go over the same thing over and over and over again. Take a few things, make your own. It'll be fun. So I guess that's all my thoughts for the day. So I guess I'll leave it to you, Tim.
Well, I've got nothing else. Like Willem said, like if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, give us more. Maki,
or go watch more of our stuff.
Yeah, Maki, thank you so much for giving us as much as you have. It's been I've been enjoying our last several episodes with your characters and with your stuff. It's been a lot of fun.
This is one of the things that we were hoping for. So yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we've ever done this before, but no, we haven't done this before, but we've got a little bit more publicity now. So I'm gonna do the YouTuber thing.
Oh gosh. We used to do this back in the day, but we gave up on it.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more from us, seriously, go subscribe, comment, like, whatever, share, do all the YouTube things. And if you're not on YouTube, do the same thing on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, all of the platforms.
Or email us.
Email, yeah. Like we have ways for you to contact us and let us know what you want to see. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out with us. And if you stuck around this long, thanks. I'm sorry. I like to talk.
So do I.
But yeah, I don't have anything else. So until next time, just love each other, be kind, and remember that there's a story there for everybody. And until next time, we will see you later, pitches.
Bye, everybody.